Injustice spread to every corner, and justice became nothing more than a story of the past. Then, Allah had a hidden plan prepared. In the darkest time of the world, a leader will rise, Al-Mahdi, a man who will once again raise the flag of truth. The messenger of Allah said, "His name will be my name, and his father's name will be my father's name." Sunan Abu Dawud 4282. The earth will be filled with corruption. Every nation will be gripped by fear. Every city will be drowned in deceit. And every morning will await Al-Mahdi. His journey will change the fate of humanity. An ordinary man from the Quraysh, not a prophet, not a messenger, but chosen by Allah as a warrior for truth. People will be compelled to seek him out. His allegiance will be pledged between Hajar al-Aswad and Maqam Ibrahim. Ibn Majah 4084. At that time, the world's superpowers will be crumbling from within. It will be the age of a new system, the Prophet said. He will fill the earth with justice, just as it had been filled with injustice. Sunan Abu Dawud 4282. He will not come from a government. People will recognize him, his justice, his character, and his faith will shine from his faith. A group will already be waiting for him. People loyal not to the world but to the hereafter. They fear only Allah. When Al-Mahdi rises, the world tremble. The fortresses of Rome collapse. The thrones of oppression turn to dust. This time will come when the fitna, trial, of Dajjal is prepared. But the flag of truth will wave in the hands of Al-Mahdi. Humanity will stand at a crossroads, one path of Dajjal's lies and the other of Mahdi's truth. Every heart will make a choice, and then time will seem to stop. The world will once again wait for a new dawn. The final era has begun, the time when the world will recognize Al-Mahdi. His character and justice will attract people, not by power, not by wealth, but through mercy and righteousness. Every oppressed person will find a voice. Every oppressor will be held accountable, without fear, with pure justice. The world will be running on media and narratives, but Al-Mahdi's voice will reach directly into people's heart. Truth unfiltered. At a time when people seek only escape, Al-Mahdi will establish a system based on the Quran, faith, and justice. Then comes a sign. An army from Syria rises against Al-Mahdi, but the earth swallows them whole. This is not magic. It's a divine sign from Allah. Al-Mahdi is on the truth. After this, his identity will be known clearly across the world. His path will not be easy. The world powers will try to break his system, but he will only follow the system of Allah. When global justice comes into his hands, then the final fitna of Dajjal will emerge. And this trial will be greater than all others. Dajjal is not just a person, he is an entire system. Lies, deceit, and misguidance under the banner of freedom. But Al-Mahdi will rise with the sword of truth. The messenger said, Dajjal will show you heaven and hell, but his heaven will be hell. This is a time when every believer must guard their faith. The greatest weapon then will be salah, prayer, and yaqeen, conviction. When people gather around Al-Mahdi, there is light in their eyes. They are not just an army, they are a chain of light. The world changes. When Mahdi's system is established, oppression collapses, without swords, without bloodshed. Then comes the moment when Isa, Jesus, son of Mary, descends from the heavens. Al-Mahdi hands over leadership to him. And then, the destiny of the world is written. The flag of truth is raised. But the question remains, whose side are you on? Dajjal brings his world of lies, where fire looks like water, and water burns. People are confused. Their minds stop working. Dajjal is not just magic, he is an entire system. Deception, media, psychological warfare. But Al-Mahdi and his companions do not fear this trial. Their weapon is not the sword or the arrow, their weapon is certainty. When Mahdi's army moves forward, the earth becomes blessed. Justice is marked with every step. People will pray, O Allah, make us part of this army. Mahdi does not stop at one place. His mission is to restore the system of truth across the earth. In every city, light showers down. His presence is not just leadership, it is a sign. Everyone who joins him becomes a soldier of that time. Even world powers bow their heads before him, but he never lets power cloud his judgment. Every decision is from the Quran. The Prophet said, when you see him, go to him and pledge allegiance, for he is the Caliph of Allah. And then a time will come, when Mahdi's message echoes in every language. A new light awakens in every heart. The world may think he is just a leader, but in truth, he is a sign, a glad tiding before the day of judgment. Yet the questions still remain. Will we recognize him when he comes, or will we too get lost in the fitna? The footsteps of the hour can be heard, but in the darkness, a light is shining, and that light is Al-Mahdi. And when Mahdi meets Isa, Jesus, even the skies pause. A prophet and a caliph, in the same row, together they move against Dajjal. A war not of weapon, but of faith. Truth will win. Falsehood will meet its final end. And then, it's not the end. It is only the beginning. Truth prevails. But the final question remains. Mahdi and Isa's army is not just for battle. They are a light against oppression, a light that cuts through all darkness. The magic of Dajjal is broken. Isas kills him. The crown of falsehood falls. Truth triumphs. The earth receives mercy again. Rain falls. Wounds are healed. The system of the Quran is established in every city. For the first time, the world realizes truth is not just in books. It lives in the character of those who uphold it. But nothing in this world is eternal. Mahdi's time too comes to an end. He does not die in war, not on a throne, but in peace, with the remembrance of Allah. A chapter of the world ends, but the flag of truth remains high. Isas lifts the flag. His era is one of peace, not just for Muslims, but for all of humanity. The Quran rules over all. Fitnas are now silent, but time spins again. The world begins moving toward another trial. Gog and Magog, Yajuj and Majuj, are released. The greatest test of humanity begins. Every wall falls, every shelter breaks. There is no escape, only prayer. Isas prays. Allah accepts his prayer. Yajuj and Majuj die, but the earth is filled with their stench. Allah sends rain. The earth is cleansed. The world is reborn. Humanity returns to worship. Isas stays for a few more years. Then he too leaves this world. The mission of the Prophet is complete. Then time pauses. Only one question remains. When all the signs are fulfilled, are we ready? The Prophet said, "A time will come when nothing will remain of Islam except its name." That time is slowly approaching. The era of Mahdi was not just a story. It was a message. Recognize truth when it comes. Avoid fitna when it rises. After Isas, time doesn't stop. Years later, humanity falls into error again. Fitna rises again, but not like before. Now people live in bodies, but their souls are already dead. Time spins again. New systems, new faces, but the same old fitness. Still, the world refuses to learn. The Prophet said, "The day of judgment will not come until people stop learning from That time is slowly approaching. The era of Mahdi was not just a story. It was a message. When truth comes, recognize it. And when fitna appears, stay far away." After Isa, time doesn't stop. Years later, humans make the same mistakes. And fitna rises again. But this time, it's not like before. Now people are alive in body, but their souls are already dead. Time repeats. New systems, new faces, but the same.